Did you know 21st May is Endangered Species Day and 22nd May is the United Nations International Day for Biological Diversity? The theme this year is "We are part of the solution for nature."
Yes, it's a perfect time to share awareness of the need to protect all species and share some of our work in the WildTrack Specialist Group.
That's right, but there is so much work to be done. Species are disappearing thousands of times faster than baseline rates, and sometimes our task seems overwhelming. For example, there are only around 5,500 black rhino and 7,000 cheetah left in the world.
But if we approach conservation in a community-based and animal-friendly way, and we work together, there is hope. Our WildTrack Specialist Group is composed of more than 20 professional conservation biologists working across 5 continents to stem biodiversity loss. Using only non-invasive and cost-effective approaches, we are really making a difference across a range of endangered species.
That's true. Footprint identification technology, FIT, is very much conservation from the ground up by collecting data on species numbers and distribution from the footprints they leave behind. The great part of this is that we don't need to disturb the animals at all. We just photograph the footprints they leave behind.
Not only that, but our group works closely with local communities whose traditional ecological knowledge is so vital for sustainable conservation solutions.
That's truly democratized science. Everybody from professional biologists to local experts, hikers and ecotourists can collect footprints and contribute to our work.
Let's meet some members of the WildTrack Specialist Group and hear a little about their work.
Hello, I am Juarez Pesuti, or just Juca, and I am from the University of Pará, northern Brazil. Our studies in the Amazon are focused on wildlife biodiversity and especially in community-based management and sustainable hunting in indigenous and traditional peoples' lands. We are studying wildlife ecology and monitoring wildlife biodiversity in partnership with senior experienced hunters and based on their deep knowledge and skills of animal tracks and signs. We are also collecting images of jaguar footprints for the development of the footprint identification technique, or FIT, which will allow the study of density distribution and living area of jaguars, among many other important aspects of jaguar ecology, based on the individual identification of jaguars by their footprints.
Hi, it's great to meet you here. My name is Larissa Slaney, and I'm doing research in cheetah conservation at Heriot-Watt University in Scotland, UK. You probably know cheetahs as big, spotty cats that are beautiful and super fast. But did you know that the cheetah is in trouble and heading for extinction? In the last 120 years, we have lost over 90% of the global wild cheetah population, and there are now only around 7,000 adults left in the wild. The IUCN has classed the cheetah as vulnerable, with 2 of the 5 subspecies even classed as critically endangered. The cheetah faces many problems: habitat loss, loss of prey, human-wildlife conflict, illegal pet trade, and, last but not least, low genetic diversity. A healthy gene pool is important for the health and survival of a population, while low genetic diversity leads to health problems such as susceptibility to disease and reduced fertility. On Biological Diversity Day, I want to raise awareness of the genetic diversity problem the cheetah is experiencing and the importance of addressing this problem in conservation efforts. I'm therefore trying to find out if WildTrack's non-invasive footprint identification technology can be of help. Can this amazing, innovative technology predict whether 2 cheetahs are related? If it can, then conservation biologists would have a non-invasive way to monitor the population in the wild by simply collecting digital images of cheetah footprints, which would potentially be cheaper and quicker than DNA analysis. And if it works for cheetah, then it might work for other endangered species too. This gives me hope that we can use non-invasive ways to monitor species in the wild and stop endangered species from dying out. At a time of severe biodiversity loss, this is of particular importance. We need to be part of the solution for nature. This is the best sound in the world, a happy, contented cheetah. Let's make sure that we can hear this for a long time to come. Happy Biological Diversity Day.
I'm Berend Reinhardt from Khutse Wildlife Reserve in Namibia. The main species we are working with is the iconic black rhino. Biodiversity is important because it gives not only us as a species, the world as we know it. Stable climate, fresh water, clean air are ultimate results of functioning biodiversity, so we should look after it. We are using non-invasive approaches on black rhino in form of footprint identification technique to monitor their home ranges, better understand their ecology, and of course to keep track of where the rhinos are within the reserve. So basically a few pictures of their tracks gives us most of the important information needed to keep them safe.
Dumelang from Botswana. I am Pogiso Africa Ithuteng and I'm part of the Ecology and Conservation team in Botswana. Our mission is to promote the long-term survival of leopards and lions population in the Kalahari. We do so by integrating research and conservation projects with our community within and outside Khutse Game Reserve and Central Kalahari Game Reserve. To study and monitor big cats in our low-density environment, we have to be very creative. For our research, we combine our SAN knowledge of tracking with exciting new technology like WildTrack. Our tracking team can find and follow leopards and lions tracks on very difficult terrain. And by collecting the image of WildTrack, we can finally identify the single individual and study them without impacting their behavior. The main conservation challenges we face in our area is the conflict between large carnivores and livestock farming. We assist the community, informing them on how to identify the carnivores from their tracks and how to protect their livestock. Together with WildTrack, we hope to be able to develop a tool which can be used by other researchers and by other header community to easily identify species and individuals of carnivores who are living in our land. We believe that such tool can help us reducing the human-carnivores conflict in our area by understanding better which conflict animals is more problematic to livestock farm, and so trying to find solution to promote coexistence. Thank you. Sala Sentle, stay well.
It's great to know that across 5 continents, members of the WildTrack Specialist Group are really helping conserve endangered species in such unique and creative ways.
But there is still a lot to do. Each day in South Africa, a rhino is slaughtered for their horn. We need your support to continue our work. Please consider making a donation to this campaign that will support these 4 projects.